Good morning. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's BFF. It's BFFLB. I've been going for a little while, but I'm back. Been working. And we are here today in Rockaway Beach. Oh. Being that I'm walking, guess who I just walked up on? Big bro, little bro.
Yeah, little bro.
Little bro. You already know.
Though,
everything good. Everything good.
Beautiful day today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let them know why we're here today.
We're here to announce nearly $71 million to build out an aquatic center, especially focused on ensuring communities of color, young people know how to swim, and of course in memory of Kimani, to all the people we lost to drownings out here. Elijah's family is going to be here today. We want to make sure that we're providing access and opportunity, especially for communities like Far Rockaway.
And you heard it here first. That was straight from the Queensboro president right
That's
here.
like
You know what I mean?
You broke the news before?
That's what I'm talking about. TMZ, ABC. Y'all ain't got nothing on BFF. You already know. So, as you see, I got all kind of BFFs on the team. We definitely about to go up here to the beach and get the situation situated. Let me change the view for y'all.
Sunglasses.
Yeah. $626 million project, just in case y'all didn't know. Sponsored by Little Bro. Your Queensboro president. Oh, let's see the podium. Oh, I did not see the podium. Get the pole. Get the pole for Little Bro. Little Bro is actually dedicating one of the pools in memory of my daughter who passed away. My wife had a daughter previously to our marriage, and she was a drowning victim on vacation. We don't talk about it a lot. If you want to hear about it, you can go to Coach Mean Reen's channel, and she'll let you know. She'll tell you all the stories. She definitely got footage talking about the loss of Kimani. And my brother, he's dope enough. He done moved up in his, what are we gonna call this? His, I don't know, political rankings. He is now the Queensboro president. And he made a promise to my wife that he was gonna dedicate a pool in the name of her daughter. So he's keeping his promise, and that's dope. That's what we do as BFFs. We keep our promises. So y'all gonna get to see the commencement of all of that right before your eyes on this channel. BFF, stay tuned. Had dolphins in what river is that?
Honestly, like this beach, like it looks nice.
That's why I said this beach is better than
There he is.
Orchard.
There he is.
Oh, Donovan.
Come back up.
And our heart is heavy as we think about this moment, because it's been a long time coming to get here. A long time. We've talked about this for a long time. And we know a lot of the challenges when we think about drownings, and we hear it and talk about it, are based on historic disinvestment in this community. Consequential examples of historic inequity, systemic racism this community has experienced. To take a look around you, this is the best beach, as we say, on the eastern seaboard. We can say that. And as beautiful as it is, we know that a rip current is lurking under the surface. The looks don't tell the entire story of this place. For families like Emma Nutu's, Rockaway Beach is the site of an unimaginable pain. It's where loved ones like her son, Elijah Chandler, went under the water, never to be seen alive again. We lost Elijah and his best friend, Christian Perkins, in 2024 to a drowning. I think I was at his graduation with his mother. But I want you to know that you are not alone. Every year we lose kids like Elijah and his best friend Christian Perkins to drownings. And people often think that elected officials and their families don't endure pain as well. And I'm joined today by my family, my sister-in-law Shireen, who lost her daughter Kimani to a drowning, who was born in St. John's Hospital. My mother-in-law, Gloria Bailey, my wife, First Lady, Tamika Richards, who lost a very special young lady. And so I wanted to make a commitment that we would never be back here again and that we would do everything in our power to make sure that we address these tragedies. That one of the things that gives me strength and solace is seeing these families turn their pain into purpose and not giving up and getting out there and talking about what they endured, but also talk about access. And access equals opportunity. You know, Far Rockaway pool is here, but we know it's not open 7 days a week. We know it's not free to utilize Far Rockaway High School. So even though we have the infrastructure, a lot of time our communities are still locked out. And even with the offerings of pools in our communities, there are families who just can't pay. So today is really about ensuring that we give real opportunity to our communities. This is exactly why we're here, and I'll give just some startling facts. 1 in 3 black kids don't know how to swim in New York City. Let me say that again. 1 in 3 black kids do not know how to swim in New York City, while only 1 in 10 white kids don't. But my friends, we are flipping that script in Elijah and Kimani's name and so many, in the name of every kid in this community. In my State of the Borough address this April, I promised that I'd put significant funding towards a new Auburn East Aquatic Center. And I'm happy to say that we are keeping our promise. Today, and this is the single biggest allocation I've ever made as the borough president. The biggest allocation. I'm proud to present a $26 million check to the families of Rockaway so we can put shovels in the ground to build this aquatic center right here. Right here. But proud to be back home to make this allocation for the kids of this community. And not only will it be a pool built right here on Beach 32nd, we'll not only have 1, but we'll have 2 free public pools. So if you want to swim under the sun, you'll have an outdoor pool that will oversee this beach. And if it's too hot outside, you can go inside and swim in the indoor pool if you want. Along with a beautiful atrium, massive deck space, and 2 multi-purpose rooms, this center is exactly what you all deserve.
For this project, I was in a bakery and I screamed just to make sure. So I just had to make it, just share that with you. This represents a critical piece of over the $64 million in funding that the construction is needed for this center. Additional funding from the Mayor's Office, Governor's Office, and State Assembly have made this dream a center a reality. Design begins on this incredible new project. Our team is focused on creating a centerpiece for the neighborhood which embraces the culture of Rockaway Beach, empowers the next generation of swimmers, trains and future lifeguards on Rockaway Beach. For Rockaway Beach, the center will represent the future of recreation in our city.
I'm proud to be your partner in this space because, boy, does Queens get the money with President Donovan Richard. Because I'm going to humbly say that Donovan's $26 million needs my $250,000 to put some screws into the wall. So when you lose a screw, I'm your person. One day you're going to say, but the governor is our best partner because she has realized on a state level what is needed to be done across New York State. And I'm proud to be that liaison between our local area and our local government and the state.
Especially, it makes it real. When you speak about it out loud, it makes it real. Kimani was an amazing young 6 years old. She was very intelligent. And our family we've overcome, but we still live with the pain. And I just want to encourage everyone here, especially, I'm sorry I didn't get your name, but we share. We're both bereaved mothers, and it's something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. But I just want to thank our borough president, Donovan Richard, and his team, and everyone else that has made this a reality. I hope that every family takes advantage of this so that you do not have to live with the pain that I have to. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheree. Powerful words. Now it gets
And I've never been so impressed by the New York City lifeguards and the first responders. So I just want to call them out here today. What we can accomplish when we work together toward a common goal. This $26 million investment in the Rockaway Aquatic Center is a powerful example of what's possible when leadership leads with vision. When advocates persist, and when a community that knew exactly what it
Congratulations, Rob. Now we'll leave this
public pool on a peninsula whose families were intimately connected to the water. And how were we going to make that change? And what were we going to do about it? So thanks to the council districts, and of course it was James Sanders at the time, now Senator, it was Donovan Richards at the time, now Borough President, now Sylvina Brooks Powers, but I think it's always been Stacey Featheromato. We have gotten the funding to do what we have done so far here, and that is to teach 1,000 Rockaway families how to swim. Beyond that, 15,000 Rockaway students learning situational knowledge of water safety in their schools. So we know there's more to come. We're excited about that.
I missed it. So, we in my mother senior center. This her environment. She done introduced us to all her friends. Now she making the people feed us. We not even seniors. We getting the senior meal. She making them feed us. And look at the stack. Look at the stack son just came. Hold on. How I missed the stack up like that? Hold on. Look at the stack up son had. Look where her hands is at. Mom, you know. That's my mom. That's what she do. They get together, they don't know how to act. Y'all know who it is? Y'all know what it is, man. It's BFFLB. I'm here with my bro. This is the Queensborough president, Mr. Donovan Richards.
Yo. What's up, big bro?
You already know.
You already know.
Just I be telling my peoples, my community is called the effing family. You know what I mean? And I be telling the effing family, I know a lot of solid black fathers. You know what I mean? The purpose of the channel, they know, is to dispel that myth that we do not exist. That's why we got these shirts. You know what I mean? We exist. There's all kind of bad narratives out there on black fathers, and I'm telling you, I know a bunch of solid fathers, black and white. But being that we black, that's what we push. You know what I mean? I definitely just want you, bro, to let them know, as in your political stance, you know what I mean, how it is to be a black man and a black father, and just, you know, you don't gotta go crazy. We ain't gonna go CNN. Yeah, we ain't gonna go CNN. We don't gotta go CNN. We ain't gotta go CNN. But we just gonna keep it. This is we keep it 1,000 channel. You know what I'm saying? So talk to them the same way you talk to me, bro.
Yeah, listen. You know, one of the things I often say, and as I can't separate, I try to separate that too, right? The professional career and then just being a father. Sometimes it's hard to do that. But let me say this: every morning when I'm dropping my son to school, I see black fathers dropping their son to school. They're not on social media, and actually the alarming stats, which is funny, is that black fathers are more involved in their children's lives than white fathers.
That's right.
But we always get this bad rap. But all you have to do is get up in the morning, go to your child's school, and see all these black fathers who are taking their children to school. That always gives me, you know, because we'll do the fatherhood initiatives, you know, for a week or so, the breakfast, the men show up, and it's not cosmetic, it's real. So, you know, in my position, you know, there's always a lot of pressure. You know, to be a politician, you got to be perfect.
That's a fact.
But as a father, you're gonna have your struggles. You're gonna have make your mistakes. One of the things is always to try to be the best example I can to my son. This morning we were tussling a little bit because he didn't put his toothbrush back in the toothbrush holder the right way. You know, I fixed the pillow, then the pillow's on the ground in 1 second. So we get in our little tussles in the morning. But you know, the most important thing is to be present, to be in his life, and to have those moments. And I could tell you, in the role as borough president, unless I got to be at a news channel at 7 a.m. and it's in Manhattan, I drop my son every morning to school.
Every morning.
No matter what I got to do. I could be going to meet with the president, the mayor. My son is getting dropped to school every morning. And beyond that, you know, finding that time to bond as well with him.
I mean, I know he's not going to say it, but those little examples that he dropped, those is real facts. Like meeting the president, meeting the man, like those is real deal situations, you know what I'm saying? But nothing come before our kids. So I want y'all, that's what we stress. Like I tell y'all already see what I do. Everything I put up and post is about family, it's about the black father, it's about the black male, you know what I mean? Our role and our position in society, you know what I mean? I don't like the fact that we are portrayed by, or was pushed in the public eye, is the puff daddies and all of that. Like, you know, like those are not the only fathers that exist. You know what I mean? I want to shine a light on these guys. Like this dude right here. You know what I mean? The Queensborough presidents. Just because I'm related to him, that don't mean nothing. But I'm shining a light on dudes that are positive forces in our community. You know what I mean? And this is
there's so many examples of it. You know, I got the Fathers of Five in Southeast Queens who, you know, do book bag giveaways. And, you know, we might have been in the streets. And I wasn't always perfect, but they might have been in the streets. These are the men who are turning their lives around and being a prime example to their children. I spent a lot of time on Rikers Island, too. I was just on Rikers Island for a graduation of young men, about 40 to 50 young men who were getting their diplomas. I forgot the name of the unit we were in, but it's the district
adolescents.
Adolescents.
It's like 4 buildings, 5 buildings.
And they listen, these young men, and to see some of their fathers, you know, who might have went through those trials and tribulations, come to the graduation. So we gotta really, I think as black men, we also have to figure out a way to create these networks to support each other, because we often operate life in a silo. You know, we may be in the house by ourselves, and you know, you're trying to navigate how to communicate the right way. We don't know how to do that. And the last thing I'll say, which is important for me, unless you want me to speak longer, is the importance of getting counseling. And I pushed a big black male initiative. We're actually working on something with LL Cool J right now to really get us to talk to counsel. Nothing wrong with talking to counselor. I do virtual counseling, like I try to do once every 2 weeks or once a week, depending on how crazy my life is, or depending on how I'm feeling. Because often we just hold everything inside rather than. That's what we do as black men. That's a male trait. It's a male trait, especially a black male trait. You know, because you gotta go back to the slave days. You gotta go back to us we just hold everything inside. So I always stress the need to make sure we do teletherapy or whatever forms of therapy you can. It will go a long way to help you. I could not be the borough president. It's a very high pressure job, and be as good as a father as I am. And like I said, there's more work to be done on myself.
Always.
But I would not be where I'm at right now without that and without the support of brothers like Albie. So this network, BFF, is freaking critical to our community, and may we all stay connected.
Just to piggyback off of what bro said, y'all know, y'all seen the content. I put it up there, and we talk about black males articulating themselves and showing their sensitive side, their vulnerability, and sometimes when it's not received properly or made fun of, you'll never get that opportunity again to see that from that person. So, you know what I mean? That's what speaks to him saying, like, we hold a lot of things inside, and it's really detrimental that we definitely do get our feelings out. You know what I mean? Because we are the backbones of our family. Like the males, like, we got to provide. We the providers. You know what I mean? So we definitely need to be in a good headspace to make sure everybody else is good.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. With a foundation, and with that comes a lot of pressure.
Super pressure.
Super pressure.
Super pressure, bro. But you know what I mean? Strong communities, strong villages. You know what I mean? Like you said, brotherhoods.
Yep.
That shit, it makes everything more easier. You know what I mean? So like I said, I just wanted y'all to meet my little bro, because he's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been telling y'all about dudes. I'm gonna introduce y'all to more dope dudes, more dope fathers, more dope black men, because that's what this channel is about. You know what I mean? Definitely want to give you a whole big
let's go.
Love you, bro.
Love you, man.
What I mean? Definitely appreciate the dedication you did for Kimani today, for the kids of Far Rockaway and all that. Like, that is gonna be dope. I got want y'all just check out this video. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show the whole beach area, where they're gonna put the new aquatic center and all that. It's gonna be dope, man. I don't even live out here, but I'm coming out here to come swim because my bro made it happen. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about right now. I just wanted to let y'all tap in with bro, let y'all meet him, and y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is, man. It's BFF, man. We out of here.